I can think clearly. So, hey, Catherine, how's it going? Hey, Dave, how are you? We're going to get started. Hi, Corey. If you guys and gals are a GFF member, if you can do what Edward's done and Corey's done and Mel's done, just put GFF at the end of your name. That way we can see who is a member and who's not. So that'll be great. That'll be great, great, great. All right. So welcome again, everyone. This is Tammy, and my son's coming on here in a minute. We're going to go over more in detail of Get Fearless Freedom, just because some people aren't quite yet familiar with the tools and whatnot that we have for it. So it's going to be exciting because I do have some uh, I guess you could say, updates that we've been working on. I can't say me because I don't know how to program. I have no idea how to program. So it's actually my programmer that's been working on the updates here. And so we always add something new. We keep up with the times. And that's what I love about, having this, my own program so that I can do what I want with it. So I give him the stuff, I send it to him, and then he adjusts it. So Rob and I do not know how to program. We do not know how to program. My son is only here to assist, and he does some of the setups for me if you choose that. So welcome, welcome, everyone. We're going to get started. I'm just going to give it another 30 seconds for everybody to jump on that wants to jump on here tonight to see an overview. And this is going to be exciting. So I'm just going to get my screen ready. I am live on my YouTube channel. So if you are on my YouTube, if you want to jump on live, you can just go to, I'll put it in my chat here, ourfearlessmovement.com. That's the same link we've been using for what, about 6 years now, Rob? I think so. So again, welcome, welcome. If you got an email, just let me know and put an E in the chat. That would be great. To change your name, Dave, you just go to that little box at the top of your where it says rename, and you just put GFF at the end of it. So I'll do it for you. It's simple. There you go. All right. So I think everybody has GF. John, you're a GFF member. Catherine, you're a GFF member. So I'll just put John. I'll rename John here. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool that you can just go ahead and change. So we got everybody. Catherine, if you want to just rename, I can do it for you. So you just go to the top box and then you just rename yourself. So I'm used to Zooms. All right. So Rob's going to go over the presentation. I'll just introduce everybody here, and then I'll go live on I'm live on my YouTube. I'll record this so then we can have it in Facebook and my Facebook group, so that way we'll have it so you guys can put, people in there if someone's taking a look at the system. Just again, my name's Tammy. I'm the Fearless Mama. I got a nickname that was in 2018, 2019, and I think it was because I had went through a transformation, and some people can understand this, maybe the story in life that when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, I made a huge change. I lost over 100 and some pounds. I was not in the position to teach and train people. I felt really, really uncomfortable in my own skin, and I lost over 100 and some pounds. Have you ever met anyone that's lost over 100 and some pounds? It's almost like you're losing your identity. Honestly, I used to get picked online. I used to get people telling me, "Oh, you're fat and I'm just being transparent here tonight." And I was just like, you know what? Whoa, whoa, whoa. And that was just when video started. I think Marybeth remembers some of these stories. So I just want people to understand that yes, people can be mean, people can be rude, but it didn't stop me. And so, I would do a lot of closings on the phone. I would do events in person. And when I started doing events in person, I said, hold the phone, Tammy, you need to lose some weight. So I went on a trek. I went on an actual journey, and I've been on a journey ever since 2015. And I've walked almost every single day. I still walk, and I had a knee surgery. I've had a parathyroid surgery, but I never stopped. So I'm the fearless, unstoppable mama. Also, what I've done too online with all that is people saw that, they saw the transformation. And then I started teaching people and coaching people and saying, you know what, you can have an internet-based business plus actually, show up and work online. You can do both. You can balance a family, you can have an internet-based business. And I love systems because systems will change your life. Systems are what I lean on. I do not ever tell, sell, or explain anything. And that's the reason why I have a 7-minute video. So if you saw the 7-minute video, please put it in the chat here. You can put a 7 in the chat if you saw the 7-minute video. And that's why you signed up, because Rob and I love to put systems again together. We have a video that explains this, but tonight is about the in-depth kind of training that you're going to get once you join. So this is a overview. This is not a training tonight. I did a training last Monday night, and it was only exclusive for members. So we'll do that from time to time. I want people to know that I am available for training, and it's on Mondays, and I'll send out an email to my members and say, hey, I'm going to be teaching traffic training tonight. So here we go. We're going to record this, Rob, and we'll get it started. Welcome, everybody. My name's Tammy. I'm here with my son, Robert, the Fearless Robert, and we're going to be teaching and training people how to get their system set up with Get Fearless Freedom. Now, I launched this in 2019. We actually have had this through the whole, pandemic. I almost said, I always slip and say pandemic, but everybody I think knows that by now. But we had this when we were actually traveling. And so I just want people to know that you can launch a business, you can launch your capture page, you can launch your funnel, and you can still enjoy your life, okay? And it's very, very simple. As long as you send traffic to your capture page and get them to the 7-minute video, and of course, results are not, I'm not telling everybody that, hey, you send one person, you're gonna make money. No. What I want to explain on here is the consistency. The reason why I've consistently made money and earn money online is because people see that I'm consistent. And also, I help them. Number one, put help in the, in the box. Aren't we here to help people, right? That's who I want in my organization. I don't want people, because I've had this happen, and it happened to me last year. And I'll tell you guys a real quick story before my son goes over this presentation. I had a really, really hard time last year, and I'll be honest with everybody. My husband, I saved his life. I took him to a hospital in out west here, and I'm live on my YouTube, so I have to keep this general. And what happened was something I didn't ever think was going to happen in the 30-some years that I was with him. I saved his life. And that was the year that I launched the callback team. So what happened was I had a bunch of people piling in. Can you imagine? You had just launched a callback team, meaning I close your sales, and then that happens. So it was like a whirlwind of stuff happening and coming at me. And again, maybe that's why my name's the Fearless Mama. Well, I didn't stop. I didn't close it down. I did not close Get Fearless Freedom. I love helping people make money online. And that's my love and my passion. So fast forward to this year, everything's now settling down, and we're getting back on track. And now we have updates, we have things like that. But there was one thing that was always constant and consistent was my internet-based business. Because at night, when everybody was sleeping, I was able to log into my back office. I was able to open up a campaign, and I was able to order traffic. I was able to do a video at night. I was able to do a Facebook post at night. I don't teach and train anything that's difficult. I do not, because I needed something simple, and I needed something that actually would work. And that's what we do here, okay? So I just want everybody to know that you can be busy, you can have a tragedy, you can have whatever's going on in your life, and you can still run an internet-based business. Because I've heard a lot of people tell me, and I get it. I mean, we all have things that happen and pop up in your life, right? But there's one thing that's consistent is that my servers have always been there for me since 2019. I own the servers. I do not put that on any other server. It's not on System IO. It's not on ClickFunnels, none of that. It's actually on my own server. So we keep getting it better and better and better. So anyway, Rob, are you ready? Because I'm gonna stop talking. You know how your mom can be. I can
I
go
am
on,
ready. Yes.
but
Yes.
we're ready. We're gonna get this thing going here tonight.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. Well, I work with my mom full time and super, super busy. It's like always a thing when someone says, okay, I'm going to get into a business and I'm going to have the time freedom. Well, you do get that, but you have an exchange when you run a big company, right? So it's kind of a cool thing though, because you're going to learn what we're all about and how it's been able to transform. Can you hear me okay?
I can
Okay,
hear you
okay.
great.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, the mic
Something
seems a
with my
little
Mac.
distant, but that's okay. Maybe you changed over
Okay,
from something.
hold on here. Let me fix that. Let me fix that.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, is that better?
Yep, that's way better.
Lot better. Okay, fixed it.
Hmm.
Well, that's the good thing about me being a tech guy. You get to fix stuff real quick, not look around. Because
Yeah.
that's really easy for me. And that's the passion that we're going to share tonight is that we made something that is normally really complicated and complex out there that you're normally seeing in this space, and we made it simplified. So that's what's really cool about this business. All right. So what we did was we created a seven-figure business in a box. And we like number seven, right? Because a 7-minute video explains everything. But if you're still here and you're wanting to learn more about Get Fearless, as I say, don't make an anthill into a mountain. Don't make something that you think is hard when it's not. It's just because you haven't done it before. So a lot of people, they get into a business and they see a business like this, or they see an opportunity and they say to themselves, well, it's going to be hard. Well, anything you tell your mind is that automatically going to be true, right? Whether you're right or not, you're right. Shortened, uh, what is Henry Ford's quote? But whether you think you're right or wrong, you are right. And so what we've done here is, of course, as you're piling in, you're coming in, you're gonna make sure your mic is muted. Distractions don't fall into that. It's quick to do that. Maybe your cat jumps up on the counter and you're like, hey, come here, Tom, come here, get off that counter. Or you got a daughter in the background, mommy, we want to mitigate that because it's really cool tonight. Like this is going to be a great Zoom, a lot of learning and a lot of fun, and it's going to be amazing to automate the way you do things, right? So lights, camera, action. We want to get back to who invited you. Now, if it's a friendly reminder, but if you are new to Get Fearless or you've been in for a while, these are Zooms for you to invite. This is not something where, okay, let me get more information about Tammy and Robbie. That is actually this is a Zoom for you guys. It's a Zoom for you. So these are Zooms like, hey, you want to invite someone? That is how you do it because that's the platform we have where that's where you can make the money. It's absolutely incredible when you find the power of inviting because we do the explanation for you. And I don't know about you guys, but I was tired of the roller coaster. And the roller coaster happens in every single aspect of life. We have our looking for jobs, right? That's the roller coaster, hoping you get hired. Maybe you don't. And we got tired of that, right? So the job market is not something obviously going to bring and pay the bills the best that we think it and hope it would. So we don't want to be this guy, right? And he's chained to the 9 to 5 lifestyle. Now, there are people that are career people, right? They land a good job, blah, blah, blah. They're not on the Zoom. But for someone that wants to get and break free from that, you already have all the tools available actually before you join. It's right in your own head. It's your decision that you've already made whether you want to become a free from the 9 to 5 lifestyle. It's very true. And so what we've done is we said, well, no one actually is here to save you. No one. Zero. No one is able to save me, you, anyone, right? However, in a business world, how can we help you guys the most? How can we actually save you from a possibility for you guys to leverage our system. Well, we said to ourselves that many, many others have done it. They plug in, they actually go in and they understand the system. They log in, they implement what we do. We said, okay, let's create something that can give them big commissions, financial dreams, location freedom, more money, right? And so with this system, this is absolutely awesome because our affiliates, the people that have been in and plugged in and actually done the action, taking moments, they have made up to millions and millions of dollars combined with all of us and our affiliates. So it's really cool to see this over the years that not only is this system going to be able to be, yes, resold, but you can actually use it to resell other systems and programs and businesses. So we are the tools and picks if you haven't figured that out of the online world. Because when you have opportunities that, right, boom, right in front of your face, and a lot of times our brain immediately, this is what happened to me today. I was on a big call with an expansion of what I'm doing, and my brain immediately goes, oh. I mean, here I am talking to you guys, right? How this could be so easy, but my own brain automatically blocks my own potential. Crazy, right, Christina? It actually automatically blocks it. So to understand you guys, I get it. I understand it. However, we're going to get off the fence because the formula, the cake, the ingredients have already been baked. You just have to purchase it and plug in and begin the freedom revolution like us. Now, this is not the freedom revolution, right? 9 to 5 life wasn't for me either. And so, just like any opportunity, I want to include the rules of the house. We are a respectful community. Mom is not named Fearless Mama for nothing. She has no problem kicking off people. She has no problem actually calling it out because we understand that human nature by inheritance is actually lazy. I think Dave might agree, right? We by nature we have gotten that. So it's the fall of man. So it's actually really true. By nature, we're very lazy. So we have to rise out of that and we have to plug in with our action. So that's why this system's so cool because once you see it, you're like, oh wow, this really automates my actual movement of where I want to go in life. So kind of pretty cool. Um, what we do is mom said, okay, we understand not a lot of people like talking, right? We understand that. We know that. Mom knows that. And we also knew that there's got to be something that has a done for you system, something that you're not coding, you're not building, you are just plugging into, as well as a possible getting a laptop built for you. And many of you guys on here that's an existing member actually has a laptop right in front of them that's been built for you for this business. So anyone brand new, anyone listening as a replayer, it's awesome because you're going to see what we do and we have that done for you system. So what we've done is we've broke it down very, very simple, as you see, right? We do break it down to that. But we are here for a reason, right? Because we're here to make money, right? We're not here to, okay, hey, oh, what's the news about? Don't care about that, right? It's about tonight in the present moment of making money and how can we leverage that. So we've created something pretty hot. It's actually really awesome. Mom and I, because we've done and tried and tested all these different variables of the online space, and we said, okay, if we can just break it down for someone, if Corey or Dave or Christina, Kelly, Robert, Jennifer, Joe, Sue, Sally, anyone could just simply advertise a website, because that's what you do. You're advertising it, not like this, where it's like, oh my gosh, what do I do? We break it down in the back office of very simplicity of how you can actually make money with this system. And it's super flexible and super easy what you're going to see. So, this is like an ad that we've made, the Money Revolution. Now, I don't know about you, but I have never seen really companies make ads like this, right? Because this is unique. We try to make it to the times. We try to make it trend marketing. Like if there's a trend, we'll do it. You'll see, you're going to catch the drift along what we've done here tonight. So, well, Do we all feel that? Is there any heart rate lowering? Is anyone feeling this kryptonite in the air? I think we all are, right? We're feeling that because we need money, right? Can I all agree? Can I see eights in the comment zone? I would love to see that because we all need it, right? But the inactionable motions of people, right? The non-action will never get you there, right? No action will literally never take you to the heavens, right? To the skies, the limits that you want to put onto yourself. And I always say that when you are plugged into a business, if it's hard, why are other people doing it? If it's hard, why are other people doing it? You can be the one that's doing it as well. So what we've done is we broke it down. All of this right here, the excuse of time, techie, traffic, and training, all has been done for you in a plug and play money system. Very cool. This is a new thing that we are actually adding here. It's done for you traffic packages. Mary Beth's really excited about this one. She is able now to have her people where they can choose and have that rotation of traffic along with the clicks that they need. And then they just literally choose the drop-down menu of their campaign of choice. No extra need to get links and stuff like that. It's just the link itself that you've created.
Mhm.
And literally, we have that launching. Actually, was it Wednesday, Mom? I believe we're
Yeah.
launching that.
Yeah, if you want me to talk on this, so it took my programmer a little while to put this in, but right, before I had this, I just got a traffic order. But so everybody knows that I'm a lead generation expert, and the thing is like I love lists. I'm not too fond of social media, messenger, PMs all day long. It's just for me, it's just I'm kind of like, okay, I want to hang out with my grandchild. I want to have that time freedom, just like I tell everybody and teach everybody. So I have now a co-op where I can, if you, yep, put that screen back on there. So what you'll see is that done for you traffic when Wednesday, it's going to be live Wednesday. It's not live right now, but we're going to redo the 7-minute video again. Yes, we've made changes along the way since that last one came out, but I want people to know that if you submit a campaign on Wednesday to your capture page where it says that campaign to direct your clicks, I have it live in my back office. So let me just share my screen real quick. That way you guys can all see it live. So watch this. So you set up a campaign and like literally your campaign will be right here. Okay. And we still got people piling in here tonight. Let's say you want to order 100 clicks, okay, $120. And then your campaign, you just like you can set it up in the back if you want to track it. Like I track my numbers. Does anyone else track their numbers? Like with my system, I'm able to track. I did a 150 click solo ad. I think it was Thursday. I got 45 leads onto my list. 45. I was hanging out with Charlotte that day. I had 45, 45, put 45 in there, people looking at my 7-minute video. 45. Well, I'm hanging out with my granddaughter. So what I'm trying to say is that you can drive traffic. I will send the clicks. Okay. I have a wholesale vendor that I've used that's built my list in the tens of thousands. Okay. If you ever want to see in fact, I had to actually delete tons of people off of my list just yesterday, because I take the inactives off. Okay. I think I taught Marybeth how to do this too. And I've taught many, many people how to do this. But so I take my inactives off. I just don't want everybody on the list. If they're not opening my emails, I take them off my list. So then I put more people on, right? And so you can get this traffic. I've ran traffic for Ricky. I've ran traffic for Christina. I closed sales for Christina. I just did today. I'm very skilled at tour guiding people through the process. Does this make sense tonight? Like if you want a 500 click package, great. Then all you got to do is like just say like this. I set up a July 4th campaign, for example. That would come to me. So it would literally, once this is live, it would click continue. There's going to be a spot to pay. And then every week, every single Wednesday, says just like it says right there, I'll submit your traffic. Fun, fun times. Now, I just have to preface by saying this is cold traffic. All right. So online, there's warm market traffic, which a lot of your network marketers will teach, make a list of 100 friends, build that relationship with people, right? And I get all that. I've done all sorts of lead generation trainings and that over the past 13 years. Is it 13 or 14 years now, Mary Beth? I get confused. We've been in this for a long time.
Yeah, I think it's closer to 14, Tammy. Absolutely.
Okay,
Yep.
well, we
Yeah,
better
yeah,
up it up. Yeah,
14. Yep, you got it.
14. Okay, geez.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
accurate.
turned 50. Yeah, 14. Okay.
Yeah,
I've been
14.
that's funny. That's 14 years. So I mean, I've been doing
Yeah.
the affiliate marketing lead generation for 14 years and I love systems, but I mean, I started as an entrepreneur when I was 20. So I've been working for myself for a long time. But you get real good at making sure that you have your pipeline filled up. And so when Bob and I were mortgage brokers, we would teach our 22 loan officers how to get their pipeline. If you don't advertise, we taught them. We said, if you don't advertise, you don't have a business. It's crickets, right? It's crickets. If you don't advertise your business, then who knows about it? Like, aren't we in this business, in this field, in this industry of actually making money? I mean, seriously. So there's publications we can go in. I'm going to be doing that for the fall. And by the way, I just have to say a shout out. I lost him as a friend. I try not to get emotional, but if you guys saw my post in my Facebook group, Bob Schwartz just passed away. And I did an interview with him in February. And he interviewed me and he put it on his YouTube channel. I had a full magazine ad for the Get Fearless Freedom movement. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to carry on his legacy. I'm going to carry on Bob Schwartz's legacy. I'm going to work with his wife. It's emotional to me because of last year and what happened to me with my husband. So it's got to be horrible for her. He left two amazing daughters. The older I get, guys and gals, we don't have enough time on this earth. We don't have enough time. What are you waiting for? There's people right now that need your help. And like I said, I just emailed him, Mary Beth, and I said, you know what? I think it's cool that you and Troy are joining forces. So he's now his partner, Troy Dooley. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's going to be taking over and helping the publication, but here it is right here. It's the home business advertiser. I just gave everybody a lead generation source there tonight. That's not even a member. So I'm just telling everybody that there's places you can advertise everywhere. Wasn't that sad, Mary Beth? He literally just
Completely
died.
shocking. I was shocked when I was scrolling through Facebook and seeing that. I had to look like 3 times. I couldn't believe it.
I know it.
A young guy too, like in his 40s, right?
Yes, 50s.
Oh, 50s.
Yep. Yep. He told me he's in his 50s. He had young girls. He died suddenly. And this is why I'm trying to tell people all the time, you just never know. You never know. So, help the people, leave a legacy. This is what I'm doing now for my next generation. Charlotte Fay is going to know that, hey, grandma, likes to teach and train and help people on Zooms and things like that. But yeah, so what we're gonna do is just keep the eye on a Facebook, the main Facebook group. I'll have a co-op for that. But where I'm gonna do it, I'll have my programmer program something so that it's really reasonable. It can be like, 100, 125 a share, and then we can go into the magazine with Troy and with Jennifer. She did a really nice write-up with the letter that I got in the mail. So she sent out a letter to everybody. And that's another update I wanted to go over. So she just shared about how her husband died, passed away July 10th. So I'm just telling you that, you set up your capture page, you create a page in here. It's very simple to do. My campaigns, I keep track of my campaigns, categories, very, very easy to do. This is the back office of Get Fearless Freedom. So if you're not part of it yet, this is what you're going to see in the back office. This is one of my campaigns that I collect leads all the time. This page is super, super hot, as you can see. 347 views, and I got 123 opt-ins with that one campaign. This was the capture page. Capture page just means you're collecting an email. The email goes to your AWeber or Get Response. You're always collecting the lead. This is my bridge page that my amazing son set up for me. He sets up this stuff for all of our customers. all of our fearless members. Okay. So anyway, Rob, I'll pass it over to you. I could talk on lead generation all day.
Oh no, that's
It's what
good.
I do every day. I wake up and I'm like, okay, where am I going to advertise today? It's not, I wake up and what I'm going to do. It's a habit. I wake up and say, okay, am I going to post a Craigslist ad? Am I going to run a solo ad? Am I going to go into a magazine? Am I going to go into a newspaper? You understand something though. Everybody's like, oh, that costs money. You want to know something? I started out with $50 in my bank account when I started this. No joke. We had just lost 15 homes to foreclosure, our own personal home. I was down to my last dimes. So if anyone ever thinks that, oh, you had money given to you, Tammy, or you were born with a silver spoon, absolutely not. I have
Mm-mm.
literally worked myself up from the ground. It was just it's pure desire and it's pure I hate the fact of when people say to me I don't have money, I absolutely want to cringe because that gives me the same feeling that I used to have when we lost our homes to foreclosure. My son, we were driving out here to Arizona and he didn't even know that we just lost our home to foreclosure in 2007, 2006. See, my mind, sometimes when you go through something horrible, you forget what year it was. Anyway, let's carry on.
Oh, it's been a
Sorry,
ride.
everyone. I get
It's
so
been a
passionate
ride.
about this stuff. I'm like, let's do this tonight. It
Yeah, it's been a ride, Mom. It really has. It's been
has.
a really crazy ride. I mean, a lot of people have theories on life of what we're in, right? And they say you pick what you're gonna have, and then you're down in the physical plane, and you've already picked your journey. And I'm like, that's a possibility. I think that I was gifted one of the greatest parents on the planet, just to have this role model. And that's what I want to really bring out into the generations ahead of teaching people, right? I say the mind of how I think is something called a left and a right brain. I actually have both. I'm ambidextrous, fun fact. And I golf left. Dave, I golf left. Love golfing. And then I bat right, and I can even bat left, and then I bowl right, and I can even right with my. So I'm ambidextrous. Fun fact. Anyone that want to know that? There you go. But that's why with this business, we said, okay, we know that there's got to be a back. There's got to be like mom's knowledge and then the programmer's knowledge. So our programmer, really great guy, and he actually built this for us. So we didn't build this entire system, he built it for us around the freedom and automation. So that's why when mom said and she saw what she's seen over the years, we knew that the digital marketing tools were actually making people fortunes. However, it wasn't bunched together. It wasn't, collaborated down to one system. So we said, well, okay, we're going to do this for people. We're going to and start in 2019. And we didn't know because bam, just like that, pandemic hit, just like that. And we were frantic, like, what are we going to do? And everything. It was crazy, right? But what we knew was if it can weather that, okay, if it can go through that and actually survive that, what can it survive? Well, anything. So we said to ourselves, if people can plug into this right here, a non-white label, 100% commission, business in a box with everything built in, along with the ability where as you as an affiliate, you have no pressure of selling, which is really I want to key stress on this. When you join in and you don't do a thing for a year, there's no pressure. If you do a thing for you start blowing it up in one day, awesome. But we want you guys to feel relaxed and learn how we have done it. Okay? Because we said with the shipping out there, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of digital products, but that's all digital. So we knew that. We said, okay, we don't want people to ship anything. We understand that there's a big gold rush going on with this type of system, right? And this type of arena, the space of what we're in, right? And so the good news is we actually broke it down very easy. So if you have jumped and skipped and maybe put your snooze alarm and you now woke up and you're like, oh, here we are. We're at the comp plan part. This is the part you want to listen to because this is the part some people say, oh, what is Get Fearless Freedom? And it's like, we did say all of that, but this is the part that you want to learn and listen a lot. Okay, so there's actually four levels, and you can make 100% commissions on each of these levels. Now, the level you join in, meaning you pay your personal person that brought you to here on the webinar, the live podcast, right? Or the replay, you are going to get with them on that level and you pay them. And it's actually a instant payment system. It's really cool. So it's actually where you can put in how you want to get paid. Now, there's going to be Mary Beth, she's going to talk on a little bit on the flexibility of what she's done. And we'll do that kind of a little
Yeah.
towards the end. And or you want it now, Mom, how she's
Yeah.
done it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I was just
sure.
wondering if Mary Beth could chime in right now, if you want to stop the screen share. So
Yeah.
essentially, this is kind of where I explain quite a bit of this. If you call into the 800 number, but a lot of people message me on Facebook and I get 800 numbers and calls, but and I've closed sales for Mary Beth. So let's just say someone doesn't have all the money. I wanted this to be explained by Mary Beth. So because it's member to member, everybody sets up. I don't take in any of the money. I wanted the company to just be the shell, the actual shell for how you guys make money. So I don't 1099, I don't do none of that. It's a true member to member opportunity. So Mary Beth, if you can just explain, you look very nice tonight, by the way, my friend.
Oh, thanks.
If you could just explain how you set up like the payment plans and things like that for
Yeah,
business.
that's one thing I really love about GFF. It's direct, it's member to member, totally flexible how we get paid. You can get paid however you want. I do have a merchant account. I've had one for years. So that helps a lot of people. They can just pay with a credit or debit card through authorized.net. And I have the gentleman's name if anybody ever wants it. Be happy to provide anybody with it. He still handles the affiliates for credit card, payments and processing if somebody wants to get a merchant account through authorized.net. And that affords you the ability to take credit cards, and it's worldwide. So it's global. So if somebody's outside of the United States wants to get started with GFF, they can do it through authorized. Of course, Cash App is very popular. I have Cash App. I think a lot of people have Cash App. I think you use that too, Tammy, don't you?
I do.
Yeah, Cash App. There's Venmo. There's Apple Cash. I have all of those. But what I really love is Square. If you go to square.com, you can get an account. It's free. And then that allows you to receive payments by debit or credit card. That's the first option. They have Cash App built into it. That's the second option. And what really can help people is the third option called Afterpay. And that lets you split up the whatever level somebody wants to come into GFF into 4 interest-free payments. So if somebody doesn't have somebody say they want to start the 2,000, they don't have the full 2,000 today, they can get started for $500 plus pay the admin. And then they will be invoiced every couple weeks, interest-free payments. 500 will be the second payment. A couple weeks thereafter, the third payment of 500 will be due. A couple weeks thereafter, the fourth payment will be due. So they give you like about 2 months to pay it off. So that can help a lot of people. So whatever the level is, you just divide by 4, and that's what you would pay when providing you qualify. I think they have a little bit of a credit check that they check, but I don't think it's too stringent from what
Okay.
I'm told. I don't think it's too stringent. I don't know if they look at your score, they look at your debt ratio or whatever, but it's really helping a lot of people. I've had a lot of people in the past use the Afterpay to get started. So it, prevents them from making excuses and just keep, putting it off because it's an attractive way that somebody can get started like today without having the full 1,000, 2,000 or 500 if they want to come in at a higher level. So I really like that. It's called Square Afterpay. It's built into Square. You just go to square.com, sign up for free, get yourself an account. And then if somebody wants to do that, you just go in there and send them a basic invoice. Or you can do a link. You can create links and you can put those links on your payment page too. So you have 2 options. You can create an invoice and email it to them, or you can create, a link for, 200, 500, 1,000 and 2,000.
Okay.
And it's called Square Afterpay, and it lets you divide by 4, split it up, and so you don't have to pay the full amount when you get started. It's very, very attractive.
And you put your options right here, right, Mary Beth, in the back office.
Yeah, you can do it there. Exactly. And you could actually, copy, you could, basically put those 4 links in there and somebody just give it instructions that they have to copy and paste that. And so if they want to come in at the 500 level, your link will be there. They just go there, they copy and paste it or type it into their browser, and it's going to pull right up, and they'll have those options. Like I say, there's 3 built-in options into Square. Debit or credit cards, the first one. Number 2 is Cash App, and then number 3 is called Afterpay. So if somebody wants to do a split pay 4 times, and instead of having to, come up with the full amount, it's a very attractive, option for people.
And you actually get the money directly to you, correct?
Yeah, what's nice about it, you get paid 100% within, depends, well, if it's during the week, I think you get paid within 48 hours. But that weekend always holds things up because it's a non-banking time thing. So if somebody were to join on a Friday, you may not see the money till Monday, Tuesday at the latest.
Okay.
But yeah, you get the money right away. So that's really nice. You don't have to wait on it.
Okay.
They still have to make the payments, but you get the money, you get 100%, less a few fees right away within 48 hours of the time they pay and join. So it's really nice.
So I wanted everybody to hear this, especially the folks on here that close their own sales. So, would you know that they're not actually on the Zoom, the ones that close their own sales? So this is, hopefully they're going to watch the replay. The other thing is Klarna. Yeah, there's something called Klarna. Have you ever used Klarna?
I have not, Tammy. I know there's a firm. There's something called a firm. There's Klarna. There's Afterpay. I heard there's something called Cecil or something, Sezzle. That's something new. I don't know if you've seen that. And then there's another new one that came out called Zip or something like that. But I'm not familiar with those two. But I know different people I've seen use Klarna, and there's the Afterpay, and there's a firm. And those are all payment plans too that people can go. You just go directly to the site, like affirm.com, I think, Klarna.com, and then there's afterpay.com, and I think there's like one more. And so they can go there and they can apply and see what they qualify for. And then I think they'll give them some kind of debit card or credit card to use. And then if somebody takes cards, they can do that. I think that's another option too, Tammy.
Okay. That's very good. Thank you so much for explaining that.
Yeah. So there are payment plans, and I know Square is, I like that because it's just real, real clean, and it just goes through, there's no issues. It's just a quick, very reliable option to offer to somebody.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. I mean, when you think about it, it's really a good idea. I mean, I've started out with, like I said, $50. I was down to my last $50. Everybody on here, I'm sure, has felt that, especially if you're an entrepreneur. But yeah, if you have your member that you're trying to sign up with, then you just simply ask that person, hey, do you happen to have a payment plan? If you don't, then can you get me set up? So anyway, that's great.
You can incorporate that into your marketing too, and that's attractive too, like in your emails and in your back office on your payment page. And then that way, somebody can get started a lot faster, and then you don't have to, they don't have to like drag out and make excuses like, well, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. This is something that can help them to really expedite their start date with GFF, which I really like.
Yeah, no, this is excellent. In another high ticket, I did that all the time.
Yeah, and it works out really well.
And the other thing I suggested, and I taught Marybeth how to do this, is if you do accept credit card, let's say you got authorized or something like that, it's a good idea to get a
waiver, Tammy.
Yeah, form.
Yeah, form. Yeah. I think that is an excellent idea because then it just protects you and it gives you peace of mind.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, because we had something happen over the weekend.
And I know. Oh my gosh. Can't believe that.
I've never had it happen to me ever, especially because we ship out a physical product. So we had a guy that tried to attempt to do a chargeback. This is how people are. I feel like sometimes, people are skeptical about me. It's actually the opposite. I'm skeptical. I've been in this for 14 years. I got to start using that. But this guy actually got a laptop, made a $2,000 sale, and then tried to do a chargeback. Wow, talk about low. I mean, and I don't normally discuss this stuff on Zooms like this, but I was ticked. So Rob had set him up.
An extended period of time too that he did it. It's not like he just. I mean, it's been months. It's been months. We're talking like February. Yeah,
I almost thought it was like like he'd blocked us on social media, and like it's just a lot of weird moving parts to that. But then Rob's like, what is this? He's like, this is not crazy. This is crazy. This is not even my member. So I really, really, really recommend if you do take credit card payments, please get a form, an authorization form, and a note that there's no refunds, there's no chargebacks. It's like going to an actual restaurant. Do you go to a restaurant and charge back the food that you've consumed? I did had it one time happen to me when we owned two Mexican restaurants in our 40s. It happened to Bob and I. I'm just like, wow, crazy. But anyway, people would be people. And I'm just telling you that things like this can happen. So make sure you cover yourself. I call it your CYA, cover your assets, and make sure that you get everything, the I's dotted and the T's crossed, especially when you take a $2,000 high ticket sale. So I think we've covered it pretty well with the payment plans, Rob. If you want to go ahead and end up with the bonuses, we're almost at the top of the hour already. And I said we'd only be here 30
Oh
minutes.
yeah,
I wanted
absolutely.
to make
Yeah,
sure that we
I'll
got
make
that in
it.
there. Thank you so much, Mary Beth, for
Thank
sharing.
you.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
I appreciate you and appreciate all that you do with the community.
Yeah, so we have these four levels on our website when you join tonight. We do have them, right? Everything that you see here is actually all explained on the actual website itself, right? But what we're going to do is we're going to jump ahead. We're going to go into the bonus, okay? Because the bonus is really cool and it's something super unique. If you haven't been or watching this as a replay, you're brand new or you're on the fence, whatever it is, anyone that tags you tag people, they're going to see this, right? You want them to like jump to this part because this is really cool. What we've done is we said, okay, all the levels, all the amazing stuff, the innards of the webs of the system, right? What we've done is we said, okay, well, would you rather I say for me, I would rather have, instead of installing spark plugs into my car, I am a maintenance freak, by the way. Fun fact, you learned some fun facts about me. I'm a maintenance freak. Ask my mom. The leather is perfectly treated. It's like, I got my car, that I shine my wheels. I mean, this thing looks like it's brand new off the showroom, my car. That's me. And I want you guys to experience the showroom floor experience of a business, right? So I said, well, I can always have this gentleman, right? My friend here at Ford can actually install that for me versus me, right? Because I want to jump all the way to the front of the line and actually begin and start a business, and it's actually put on a plate. So we combined, and this is quotes actually from Mary Beth. I love her quote, and I always give her credit. We combine the digital with the physical world. She actually said that, and I'm gonna always give her credit because I loved it. I was like, that's awesome. So, combining the digital with the physical world. And so, Mom and Mary Beth, wow, powerhouse women, love it, love it. They actually are so well at offering this bonus. It's actually like crazy. It's awesome. So, Mom just recently she had a a triple, where they saw their vision, they loved the laptop, and they said, okay, Eve, she was great. I called her up, got her all set up with her Chromebook. Chris, she wanted a Windows laptop, so boom, got a Windows. Catherine, she got a Windows laptop.
Mhm.
So I actually shipped these guys out. And one's a Chromebook on top, one's a Windows on the bottom. And I source laptops actually, and they're very good specs. Like, you'd be quite surprised. I find some good spec laptops and I source them. And then when I do, I actually work with you, the person at the $2,000 level. Or when you join, you found it from Mary Beth or my mom or whoever, you get back right back to them tonight because that's really cool. That's what's really cool about this. So you get back to them and they actually have this process. They know it well with me, and you can get a laptop that's actually fully built. Every single thing, all the capture pages, the bridge pages, every single thing, all the different integral parts of the back office. I all load it. The marketing images, custom stuff. Dave himself, our buddy there, he's gotten one. Many have gotten this before. He's probably gonna pull it up, but this is a good. Yeah, there you go. See, it's a nice little asset because it's like, okay, I have that, right? A lot of people already have a laptop, or maybe you don't have a laptop and you want to experience this where it's literally shipped out to you. It's tracking insurance, all of that. And that's how we work it. It's pretty cool. So that's the ultimate setup included as well, where I build all of this for you, the funnels and stuff, and all of the setup. And that right there is priceless, right? I mean, to think that at a $2,000 fast action tonight, joining in at the $2,000 level, you can be also like Catherine. Catherine is on the Zoom. She actually got this recent and she was able to get her laptop and she's so excited. She's like, oh my gosh, I got the laptop. Robert. And so it was so cool to be a part of the elite club. We have Karen here. She got hers, and her quote was, I already have a laptop, but to have another one is kind of cool too. So some people, they want another laptop. If you don't want a laptop, you also are in for a treat as well. We actually have my full setup where you get a one-on-one Zoom with me and the co-company owner, and you actually also get lots of traffic that is sponsor based. So sponsor, that's how it's worked out. We can figure that out however it is. But some people don't want a laptop. They just would rather have my ultimate setup you guys saw here right there with everything done for them, but then fast forward with some great traffic their way. So Amelia, hey Amelia, yeah, she got hers. So cool. It was really great because, she's like, hey, I really need a laptop. There you go. And it was awesome to see that. So, it's so cool to see people win after another, just it's awesome to have this experience. There's Dave. Oh, cool. Awesome. I have Dave there. So that's what Keith, my guy, he just
We've
got
lost track of
his.
how many laptops we've shipped out.
Oh, it's crazy.
It's
Yeah.
so many now. Like just it's crazy. Yeah, I have to update that 7-minute video. And then your testimonials next, right?
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Yeah, one of the things that, like I said, that I love about the what we've done and the additions that we've done, the last one that you guys are gonna love, and I gotta get this on recording, is that the actual funnel system setup is gonna be where it's literally a no-brainer. So Rob, we had our programmer do the traffic, and we had him so busy on that because a lot of people want me to do lead generation that he's still working on that. So I was hoping that would be done tonight. Sorry, it's not. I'm hoping this week it's going to be. Just let me show you real quickly what I'm talking about. You're probably thinking, what the heck is Tammy talking about? So when you have a system like this, again, you're building your list, right? So whether you're collecting ones or twosies on Facebook and saying, hey, check out what I'm doing, and they opt into your capture page, you always want them on a database because we don't own Facebook. There's one thing about this industry that I've learned is we can have a YouTube channel shut down, right, Marybeth? We can have a TikTok account shut down. We can have a Facebook account shut down, and you're lost and you're left with nothing. Like you're left with no social media. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you're collecting that lead onto your list so that you can send out an email. Now I send out the emails for you, just so you know. So I log in for Get Fearless Freedom. I'm working on something that, like I said, is going to be top notch because when we have this dashboard right here, Marybeth, it's going to look all different. You can do a new video update for your channels because it's going to have, yes, it's going to have where we have the funnel here, but it's going to have the dashboard's going to say click 1, set up 2, 3, and they're done. Like right now, it's back there, but Rob said to our programmer, hey, can you just tweak it a little bit more? So we're actually going to have it to where they don't like literally they can start sending traffic. So it's going to be like boom, 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 and then here, then start doing the done for you co-op. This is cool right here. I wanted to show you guys. This is behind the scenes. This is going to be my link. So once I get the orders in on Wednesday, I'm going to send this link to my traffic guy, and then we're all going to be on a rotator. Now, come fall, just going back to the magazine that I want to support Troy Dooley and Jennifer with, I'm going to forward that to a domain name. The domain name will go into the magazine ad, and then we're all going to be in a co-op together with the magazine ad. So that's exciting stuff. That's for the fall. Isn't this cool? So when people say, well, how do I advertise? That's the number one question, by the way. The second one is it techie? So we're getting rid of that. We're getting rid of the T's. We already got the T's covered for you. The traffic's covered. The techiness is covered. You already heard Rob. And then the bonuses, of course. Okay. Okay. And bonus, you get to use it for any opportunity, right? So I've had this system for 6 years and it's just really, really cool. Anyway, Sam Clark is one of, he's just coming on. He's one of Marybeth's new 500 members. This is what's really cool about this. Let's say you get in at the 200 level and you want the bonus, the laptop and things like that. We can accommodate you. By the way, if you do get in at the 500, guess what? You only have to pay the difference to your sponsor, to your referring member, I like to call them. And then you get that money too. So there's a potential here to get upgrades, to get money when you get the person in the front door. Just get the person in the front door at the 200, 500, wherever they fit in. Just, have me help you. I'm always doing 3 ways on my Facebook. The easiest way is for them to dial the 800 number. It's 800-995-0795. And then the ID is on every single person's website. This is another cool part. I'm going to have him enhance this even more, Marybeth. One more thing here. You know how everybody likes new stuff?
Oh, that'll be great. Yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah, exactly. Well, guess what? It's going to be new color. I told him let's do different color than purple right now. This is where people join. So if you do want to get started here tonight, you would go back to this form here. There's even a video now that I put on there. Let's see. One question I had from a member, he's working it behind the scenes. I can't name his name, but his member, I don't know if his member's on here or not, but you want to make sure you fill out your profile right here in the back. I just wanted to say that. Make sure your profile is filled out because you know what? Maybe you want it to go to a different number. Maybe you want to go to a different email. We don't know that. So you have to fill that out yourself. And that's when this pops up. And this is when you actually get, credit for the sale. Okay. The other thing that I do, and everybody knows this, is that whoever you saw Get Fearless Freedom from first is who you join. That I've never had a problem. If that rule stays there, I've never had a problem ever since I started this whole community because they know that I'm like that. I'm very honest. So whoever you saw Get Fearless Freedom from is your sponsor. Okay. So I don't really, the sponsor shopping and stuff like that in other communities, that happens a lot. And I've been in this for, like I said, not gotta say 14 years now. Does anyone have any questions before I end this amazing Zoom here tonight that we have? And by the way, again, you'd find your ID. Everybody gets an ID. So if you want me to close your sales, they would just call the 800 number, and it would be right on your sales page. Let me just show that really quickly again. So I'm trying to keep this video under 1 hour. Let me just go ahead and end the recording though. Let me go ahead and